Alright, so here's just a little proof of concept on getting blue 4 forces near gates and having them open automatically for you and stay open. So I'm going to do two examples in vehicle and then one example on foot. Because unfortunately, depending on the type of gate you use, the scripting and coding that you need to use is entirely different, and it's great. So here we go. So first gate I've got set up so that once we get within, I believe it's 10 meters of the gate, it opens up, and we can sit here all day. We can sit here for an hour if we want, and it's not going to close because of the way the script's written. What happens is once we pull 10 meters away, or roughly 10 meters, once we pull roughly 10 meters away, the gate will automatically close for us. So that means in the user requester's case, if he had a multiple vehicle convoy, he could get them all through the gate to a certain point, and then the gate would close for him. It's going to be pretty much the same on both of these bar gates. I believe I have it set a little longer distance. I think it's 15 meters. So we can literally go through 2 entire bar gates if we want to, and have them both be not quite. There we go. Both be open. They're just going to stay open until there's not enough blue 4 forces close enough. So, there you go. The back one closed, and that one closed. We drive away. So we'll drive back real quick and show you the next example. So here we go. We'll hop out. Because I've set up a gate here, a fence gate, to open and close automatically once we get about 4 meters away from it. Maybe a little longer than that, but there you go. That'll open and close automatically once you're close enough, so you can set up a kind of a secured location. There we go. Let's go and dive into why that script works. So I'm just going to go over the real quick use cases of how the gates work. So the bar gates are actually from the Arma 1 days, and the way that they used to open the gates in the Arma 1 days is they actually used to pretty much just kill them, and then kill them by setting their health to 0, and then setting their health to 1, or vice versa, however they've done it. So what they've done is they've used this old piece of script, which is that there's only one door on the gate system, as we can see just a second. If we go and look, it shows one door. So because there's only one door on the gate system, it uses door 1 rot, and it rots the door. So it sets it to 1 level of damage. And then what happens is when you get far enough away from it, which I'll explain in a second, is it reinstates it. It sets its damage to 0 and it reinstates it and closes it. So the way essentially this works is we've had to change our variable name to gate, and remember that for any gate you use, you're going to have to set a variable name. So gate 1, gate 2, and then in your script, you're going to have to change every example of gate in there, with the exception of gate stuff. You're going to have to change every example gate, 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 or gate 1, gate 2, whatever you're using. So what this does is it says gate, spawn parameters, sets up the parameters while the gate is alive. It waits for 1 second, and then it counts. Near entities 10, select side is equal to west. So essentially it's going, hey, there are entities of west, blue 4 side, greater than 0, so there is more than 0 near the gate. 10 being the distance is what I set. So what it does is it goes, okay, I'm waiting until there is an entity of blue 4 near within 10 of the gate, whatever 10 is. I think it's 10 meters. Then what happens is it animates it, so it puts it up into the up position. Then what happens is it goes wait until, so it sleeps itself 1 second, and then it does another count, and it's counting, and it's basically looking again for a blue 4 entity. It's actually looking for no blue 4 entities, so it's making itself equal to 0. So once there are no blue 4 entities within 10, 0 within 10, The gate animates door 1 rot 0, heals itself, and goes down. So it's pretty much the same for the sliding gate, which I called, as you can see. So remember what I said about changing variables. I've changed that to gate 3. So that's gate stuff equals gate 3 spawn, gate 3, gate 3, gate 3, all the way down. Because the sliding gate is actually a newer thing, and I think the sliding gate comes with, I believe that's the base game, Arma 3. They adjusted it slightly, and they don't just kill it and then heal it every time they want to use it, because it's dumb. What they do is they actually do an animation. So they do a very similar thing. It's a very similar piece of script. We're waiting until there are entities within 10 that are blue 4. There is more than 1 entity, more than 0 entities of blue 4 within 10 of gate 3. You kind of you write it out that way, and then you kind of make it work backwards. It's funky. I don't completely understand scripting myself. So then what happens is it goes gate 3, animate door 1, move. Because there is, once again, there is only one door. And there is only one door. And then, once again, once you are far enough away, once there are 0 blue 4 within 10 of that gate variable, whatever it is, in this case gate 3, it does the animation and sets itself to the closed animation, which is the 0 animation. So, just going to real quick go over the fence gate, because the fence gate is just a little different. With the fence gate, what we have to do is once again, we're setting a variable name. In this case, we've called it door. So once again, we would need to go throughout this, with the exception of gate stuff, we would need to go throughout this door, 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 door. Not this function door, because that's different. We'll get to that in a second. Once again, door here, there you go. And we have to do that for whichever door we care about. So if we have another door on the opposite side of that building, we could call that door 1 or door 2, and we would have to go through it, and we would have to fix these again. We would have to adjust these again to that correct variable. Otherwise, it wouldn't call the correct variable, and it would either break or it would open the wrong gate when you're basically in the wrong location. So in this case, the fence gate is actually technically a proper Arma door, and it actually considers itself a building, which is a little odd, but it's fine. The reason it does this, and what it does is it uses a function door to open. And the reason it does this is because it allows you to have the large high-rise buildings with like 8 or 9 doors in them. And it lets you literally go and find the door. In this case, we can go and find, let's see. You can go and find, oh, there's 2 doors to this building. But if we throw down a high-rise, as you can see, if we throw down a high-rise, we've got 7 doors we could go and work with. So with this same piece of script, we could literally open all of these doors if we want to. So, the way this works is exactly the same as the other ones. Once there are greater than 0 number of blue 4 characters within 4 of door 1, it waits 1 second, and then it calls this function. So what it does is it goes door 1, which is the object, so this would need to, or door in this case, sorry, not door 1, door, and this is the variable object, so this is whatever this is. So it's door 1, it's door 2, whatever it is. It calls that, and then it calls the actual door, and then so in this case 1, and then the animation state. Okay? Then what it does is it calls the next door. In this case, we want both of those doors because there's 2 doors to that gate to open. It goes door, then it calls the second door, open. Once again, literally just the same thing. Once we're equal to 0, 0 blue 4 within 4 of that, then it does it. And then it puts it into the closed state. Real simple like that. So that's how that works. Alright, so here's how to load preloaded crates into the Ace Cargo. It's real simple, just a couple things we got to remember. We need to make sure everything has a variable, so in this case the variable of this pickup is pickup 1. The variable of this crate is crate 1, and the variable of this crate is crate 2. In the pickup menu, make sure you go through this and adjust your settings as necessary. So you can do all kinds of stuff. You can add spare wheels, you can add spare tracks, you can do a vehicle ID marking. I made it 13 because memes. Cargo space, you need to make sure you have enough cargo space. Most things will default to 1, which will let you put something in it. So in this case, we can put 6 items of a cargo size 1. The minimum size is 1. -1 is not loadable. So in this case, this vehicle cannot be loaded into something else. You could change that. If you want it to be loadable into the back of a large plane or something, you can do that. You just got to make your stuff just correctly. So we've given this vehicle 6 cargo space. Water supply, don't care about it. That's for the field ration stuff. I don't use it. You can mess with that if you want to. So in this case, we've made it a cargo space 6, which means we're going to have 6 slots of cargo and pick up 1. Each of these crates, as we're about to see, is worth a cargo size of 2. Okay, so a cargo size of 1. So it just needs one. It just takes up 1 space of cargo. Each crate is filled with 1 crate is filled with NLAWs, 1 crate is filled with RPGs, because we're gonna go and take them off to our friend and our friendly local warlord and give him a bunch of RPGs. The simplest. It's a super simple piece of A scripting, and this is literally it, right here. Crate 1. In pickup 1, call Ace Cargo function load item. Crate 2, pickup 1, call Ace Cargo function load item. So if we go into here now, they're gone. In-law crate and RPG crate, and they take 1 space each out of the 6, which leaves us with 4. So there you go. That's how to do it. Now we can go and visit our local friend through driving through all of our gates we set up. There we go. In the end, I hope that helps you, man. Bye.